UFO, which stands for Unidentified Flying Object, is a term coined by aviation experts to refer to flying or floating objects that have no explanation. But do they actually exist? Yeah, sure, we already know that TikTak came to Earth using a flying vehicle, but that one was identified. We mean the hundreds of sightings that take place every year in the entire world, which could indicate that intelligent life does exist outside of Earth. Besides tactical, of course. And don't think that UFO sightings is a recent phenomenon only. Some of them were registered in medieval times. In Nuremberg, Germany, at dawn of April 14, 1561, several colored spheres grouped together appeared in the sky, as well as 2 or 3 tubes of very large dimensions. According to the witnesses, they started to fight each other until they fell to Earth, engulfed in flames. Doesn't that sound like a spaceship battle from movies such as Star Wars? Years later, on August 7, 1566, another similar case took place in Basel, Switzerland. The first photograph of an UFO wasn't taken until 1883, at the Meteorological Observatory of Zacatecas, Mexico. And in the United States, between 1896 and 1897, a wave of sightings occurred throughout the West Coast and were collected by the press. It wasn't until the 20th century, with the development of aviation, when cases like that started to become official. During World War I and II, military pilots from both sides presented reports where they claimed having seen strange glowing balls following them. If they tried to get near them or establish contact, they would escape very quickly or just disappear. They received the name of Foo Fighters. Once the 50s came about, UFO sightings started to multiply all around the world. Hundreds of people claimed to have seen objects flying near the ground or just floating in place. Some were circular or crescent-shaped, with light points. Some witnesses claimed that those flying objects even chased them. But it wasn't only testimonies. Sometimes there were also alleged physical evidence. That would be called a close encounter of the second kind. That is, when a UFO leaves some sort of evidence of its presence, such as traces, tracks, or a surface burned due to the UFO's landing. It could also be an electromagnetic effect, which makes electronics, such as car batteries, suddenly stop working. Even cases of teleportation with no logical explanation have been reported. One such case is said to have happened in 1974 to the passengers of a car traveling throughout the southern Pan American Highway, which goes through Peru. After getting through a fog bank filled with strange lights, they appeared in front of the Bolivian border. At 1,400 kilometers from their starting point, with burn marks on the car's body. Around that time, the first researchers specialized in the study of those kinds of cases appeared, trying to find connections between them and provide a logical explanation. The reports published by those researchers revealed the UFO phenomenon and made it popular around the world. Ufology, the movement dedicated to studying UFOs, was created by pioneers such as the Frenchman Aimé Michel, who sold millions of copies of his book about flying saucers. In this book, Aimé checked hundreds of testimonies, discovering that these flying objects usually follow the same routes. Others went even farther, such as Erich von Däniken, who brought up the ancient astronauts theory. For years, he studied the drawings and sculptures depicting strange creatures, made by ancient civilizations such as the Egyptians and the Aztecs. Those strange drawings and sculptures are normally considered depictions of gods, but according to Erich, they were not gods but beings of superior intelligence that came from another universe who visited Earth thousands of years ago and got in contact with primitive people, even sharing their advanced technology with them. Many theories relate the presence of UFOs with other unexplained phenomena. One of them is the Bermuda Triangle, a sea area located between Florida and Puerto Rico where hundreds of ships and planes have disappeared with no explanation. Other unexplained phenomena are said to have occurred in the famous Area 51, a secret military base created by the US government located in the middle of the Nevada desert. And talking about the US government, they recently surprised everyone after releasing 3 videos of UFO sightings, recorded by military pilots between 2004 and 2015. The US Department of Defense admits they haven't been able to identify the objects in those videos. Just like Michelle said, TikTakers, you gotta be open to everything but not believe anything. What do you think? Do UFOs really exist? Have you ever seen a UFO or witnessed other kind of paranormal phenomenon? If you have, we'd love to read about it in the comments, because believe us, we also want to believe. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, and if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode!